Hello everyone, welcome back. In this video, we will learn that how adverse events are different from adverse drug reactions and what is the criteria for serious adverse events. So if we see adverse events, they are, or we can say adverse experience, unpleasant experience that occurs in a clinical trial to research participants. The important is that doesn't necessarily have to a relationship with treatment. The important is relationship with the treatment. So anything which is big or small which is happening in a clinical trial, say patient has given informed consent today and then in the evening they experience headache, or person met with an accident, or there is a scratch on his or her leg, or say there is a fracture, anything is happening in a clinical trial, so that will be known as an adverse event. So anything big or small which is happening in a clinical trial, it is known as event. Remember, adverse event. So now comes to that how it is different from adverse drug reaction. So event is that it may have a relationship with medicinal product or not. But when it comes to adverse drug reaction, all which makes the difference is that it is suspected that it has a relationship with medicinal product, right? So the big bubble that you are seeing here is adverse events, right? And under this only there will be handful which may have a relationship with the medicinal product, so they will be turned out the adverse drug reaction. So you can say adverse event plus relationship with medicinal product, that makes it is a reaction. So that is the difference. So maybe there are 100 adverse events are happening in a clinical trial, and out of that maybe only 5 are ADRs, right? And now from these adverse event, here try to understand another thing is that serious. If because of this adverse event patient is facing anything out of this, maybe result in death, maybe life threatening, maybe hospitalization, maybe disability, or there are birth defects, or investigator think that it is potentially hazardous to patient. So death is like outcome is death, right? Life threatening, that it may cause a death to a patient. Now hospitalization is the criteria which most of the time is defined in the protocol, like it is a cancer trial, hospitalization is a normal thing, so they will define the criteria what will be considered a hospitalization. Like if the trial is in the infants, so maybe 6-hour hospitalization will be considered hospitalization, because you are dealing with infants, their vitals go down very quickly. So maybe instead of 24 hours time, it is considered that 6-hour hospitalization is hospitalization. Similarly with the birth defects, most of the trial in exclusion criteria, it is given that if you are expecting parents, or you are planning that you should not be participating in a clinical trial. So always try to connect the dots. So then it will be turned to adverse event, serious adverse event. So now you can also see there is a little overlap area here, is that this is overlapping between reaction and serious adverse event. So what this is if the event is serious also and it is found that it is related to medicinal product also, then it is termed as serious adverse reaction. And this is quite a concern in a clinical trial. If these lot many serious adverse reactions are happening, then trial can also be stopped, right? Because then safety is questioned. So you should also remember that all ADRs are A's, but all A's are not ADRs. So remember, this may be sometime, interviewer ask you, so that is all A's are ADRs? No, but all ADRs are A's, right? So you should be remembering this fundamental principle, so that adverse event, say here is adverse event plus relatedness, you can say the relationship, right? It will turn to ADR. Otherwise, it will be adverse event only. I hope this clarifies that how the adverse events are different from reactions, and what is the criteria for serious adverse event, and how you can identify serious adverse drug reactions, right? So thank you so much. If you want us to make video on some specific topic, please leave a comment.
Thanks for watching. Turn on the notifications and do subscribe Rise and Shine channel for getting such valuable contents.